Good evening, everyone. Today is the 8th day of May 2024. There have been some speculations about the whereabouts of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, Tinubu returns to Nigeria after his undisclosed travel to Europe. Some persons alleged that Tinubu traveled to France for medical treatment. But yesterday evening, Bayo Onanoga said that Tinubu is going to return back. Return from where? That is the question that the presidency faces to answer. But however, Tinubu returns to Nigeria today. After a 2-week absence, President Tinubu returned to Nigeria ending Wednesday following concerns by Nigerians over his whereabouts. After 2 weeks absence from the country, President Tinubu returned to Abuja ending Wednesday, where he was greeted by top government officials. Tinubu's diplomatic journey commenced with an official visit to the Kingdom of Netherlands on April 23 at the invitation of the Prime Minister Mark Rutte. During his time in Netherlands, Tinubu held discussion with the prominent Dutch officials, including separate meetings with the King Willem Alexander and Queen Maxima. Additionally, he participated in the Nigerian-Dutch Business and Investment Forum. Following his engagement in the Netherlands, the president attended a special World Economic Forum meeting in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia from April 28 to 29. The forum themed Global Collaboration, Growth and Energy for Development, convening leaders from various sectors to discuss global development strategies. However, after the conclusion of the summit on April 29, the president's whereabouts remained undisclosed, with the presidency providing no information while speculation arose regarding a potential private visit to Europe following his time in Saudi Arabia. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanoga, confirmed Tinubu's return to the country today. The President Bola Tinubu, along with his aides, will return to Nigeria tomorrow from Europe. This was what Bayo Onanoga wrote. So many persons are not happy with the way a president will depart out of the country without any official notification to the citizens that the president is leaving the country. A president is not a private citizen, a president is a public citizen. If you don't want to get hit, don't come close to the fire. Gone are those days where a president can stand up and do whatever he likes because you are the president, you have the power. No, gone are those days. Nigerians demands and wants accountability from our leaders. No matter whom you are, no matter how you came to power, as far as you are bearing the name or you are answering the name as president, you must be accountable to your people. Your life has nothing like privacy any longer because that is the oath you sworn to be the president of Nigeria. So many news media has reacted in different manners about the disappearance of the president, and one of them is Arise News Morning Show.
So welcome back. We can use the words like we say in Nigerian parlance, daddy or yo-yo. But I think to a large extent, this is a sad reminder that our government does not take its citizens seriously. A president can just elope like that into thin air. The president of a sovereign. I mean, if President Tinubu was a private citizen, I have no problems with it. And this has always been the order of the day. It's not only President Tinubu. In fact, it's a culture. We had our fair share in the last administration. Now President Tinubu has gone that way. He just elopes, no accountability. If people were not asking, the presidency was not saying anything, all of a sudden, then Mr. Bayo Onanoga releases triumphant tweet. He's going to be in the country and the president comes back. So the question is, where did the president go? Who is going to give us accountability? How can we ensure? And for all those during this period that were arguing that the president can lead the country from every part of the world, that is no big deal. Why did he come back? Why didn't he stay on there? We can't continue to run the country this way. And that's why I would insist again, with due respect, candidates for presidential election should be allowed to submit their medical records. Let us know what we're dealing with. People fall sick. We had former American presidents that were on wheelchairs. It's not the end of the world. let us know what we are dealing with, because we can't keep allowing people just go AWOL like that. We need total accountability. I know the argument on the part of some people will be, oh, you can't pry into a man's privacy. But when you become a president of a nation, you really lose pretty much the capacity of that privacy. Because now you're accountable to the people. And we had all of this ordeal during Yaradua's time, by the way, which made, I think, 14 years since it passed. So please, the presidency owes us an explanation. I will keep pressing. Where was the president all this time?
Right, keep pressing on, Dr. Bati.
Okay, look, we have been on this subject now for about 2 days. When the subject first came up on this table, I said what I heard was that the president was in London. Ojineka Okpe was saying, oh, she heard that he was in France. And I said, no, the president of Nigeria cannot disappear into a Bermuda Triangle. We need certainty. Look, when you become a president of Nigeria, or you go to a public office, you are public property because the Nigerian people voted for you. You can't just go missing without permission, without explanation. That's the principle that we have tried to establish on this table. And we wanted Nigerians also, generally, wanted clarity as to the whereabouts of their president. Now, my good friend Daniel Boala said the president could rule Nigeria from any part of the world. I said, no, he has a place of work. Part of his social contract with the Nigerian people is that he has a place of work. And when he's leaving that place of work, that is why he has to explain to Nigerians within the province context of the principle of accountability to say, oh, this is where I am. So, I engaged Daniel Boala later yesterday, and I told him, well, can the president rule Nigeria from Ukraine? Can he go to Gaza? Can he rule Nigeria from Afghanistan? We know that this is the age of technology. After all, we have had DHL governors in Nigeria. Governors who are permanently in Abuja or they are permanently somewhere else, and they are running their states from the diaspora. But Nigerians have consistently said, no, this is a full-time assignment and you must be there. However, I think that the positive side of it is that the president has listened to Nigerians. One of the things they've done, they stopped the vice president from traveling in the absence of the president. Yesterday I said that is good. That story about technical fault to aircraft, I said no, that's cover story. Oh, we don't buy that. 2, the president has returned Nicodemously because the statement by Mr. Ononuga issued a statement saying that the president is in London or that he's in Europe. I think it was specific. He said he was in London and that he will return today. But Nicodemously, the president returned. The president can move whenever he likes. You know, he has control of his own transportation. So I think that Nigerians will be happy that they have their president back. And all of that is consistent with the fact that the president of Nigeria is public property. Now, if people talk about privacy and all of that, that's not true. There's a principle in law that says voluntae non fit injuria. If you don't like heat, don't go near the kitchen. So the Nigerian people have just established that they have the right to know. There are 2 things in the theory of information. The need to know, the right to know. In this particular instance, we're dealing with the right to know. So those people are saying the president of Nigeria, his movement cannot be disclosed for security reasons.
Yes, Nigeria is not the only country on earth that practices presidency system of government. We have so many other countries in the world. So Nigeria's case will not be always different. It is time for us to hold the president responsible, hold the presidency responsible, hold everyone accountable for this issue. So anytime the president is traveling that he did not tell people where he's traveling, the presidency should get ready to receive the heat from the citizens. Gone are those days where people will come out and tell lies about president, like what Naya Mohammed did for 8 years during the time of Buhari. Nigerians kept quiet. No, we are awake today. Things are no longer going to remain the same. When you do not do well, you will receive the heat of what you prepared for. So I believe that what this Arise News Cruise, Rufai Oseni and Dr. Ruben Abati said is absolutely the stance of so many Nigerians. For once, Robert Abati spoke truth to power. So I understand that sometimes it is better for you to just hit the nail at the head, no need to go in through corners. This is not good for our nation. However, it is well that Tinubu is back to the country. Let me know what you think about this situation. Thank you. Please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not, and always come by for daily updates.